This is Ash Street, 106 Ash, as you guys can see. Fire department is here. Emergency service, police, emergency service is here. And there is some personnel with hazmat clothes on. There is an ambulance here, but there is nobody here. At the moment, we don't know what are they doing here. Some type of emergency, some type of incident that required special clothing, but we do not know exactly what is the nature of the call. A la gente que habla español, que está mirando, estoy aquí en 106 de Ash Street. Como pueden ver, hay personal de emergencia vestido con unas ropas especiales. En este momento no sé de lo que se trata la emergencia, pero están aquí, entraron en un apartamento. Aquí hay varios carros de policía, hay la ambulancia que está allá y SU también está acá. Y los bomberos. You guys have any doubts that Yonkers Voice is the best on reporting things that happens on the streets of Yonkers? We believe that you, us, the people of Yonkers, we have the right to know what's going on our streets. We do this just to let you know what's going on. We don't get involved, we don't pass judgments, we just report what's going on the streets of Yonkers, that's all. I thought they were fire personnel on those special clothes, but actually they are police officers, Yonkers police officers. Again, guys, this is Ash Street, 123, I believe, Ash, 123 Ash, or around 123 Ash. As you guys can see, there is a police officers right there in front of the house. Some went in and they came out. I don't know what is the nature of the emergency, but something definitely happened inside, and they getting dressed, or they were dressed on the emergency clothing, hazmat clothing, but now they are getting, taking it off. So it seems like the situation might be under control.
When you guys go to grab the fucking thing, but he's not laying on, and it can slide.
They are talking about grabbing something. I don't know what it is that they're going to grab, but I can hear.
Because the problem is you fit through the doorway. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to it. It's like jelly, a bowl of fucking, like a big bowl of jelly. You know what I mean? Come on, Paradina. Yeah, just get a few just in case, you know what I mean? This way you talk with it. Because those straps like yeah, by the ambulance. So he's got a one here. What's up?
What happened? We don't have it.
Looks like with old man. Yeah, diabetes. That's all we know.
Yeah, but diabetes?
Yeah. If you come on this side a little bit, you can see both the front door and the back door are completely open.
No, no, I don't even have new here.
Well, it seems like they're getting ready to help somebody inside a person. It appears to me that it might be somebody who is sick with something that could be contagious, and officers are taking the precautions in order to not to get contaminated. Again, guys, that's not official. This is what I am thinking. So what I think is not necessarily correct. So before somebody says, why are you putting out the wrong information, false information? I'm covering a story as the story is developing. So not all things, not all facts are known. So I do my best to give you as much information as I can, but it's not always correct. Zoo, I don't think it's abandoned. People live there. People here are telling me there is a person there that might be sick, and and the person might be overweight. That's why they have these two rigs here, to remove the person that is inside that needs medical assistance. They are discussing bringing somebody from the rear of the building, from the back. So probably the person is overweight and not easy to be removed from the front. So they are considering removing the person from the rear of the building. That's what I overheard. Again, guys, this is a developing story. I'm giving you the information that I am getting, not necessarily 100% correct. I'm giving you the information that I'm getting, that I'm hearing. They are discussing how to bring the patient out. A la gente que habla español preguntando qué está pasando, estoy aquí en la 123, si no me equivoco, 123, 124, algo así, de Ash Street. Como pueden ver, hay policías, bomberos, Empress EMS. Adelante de esa casa hay una persona allá adentro que está enfermo, pero parece que la persona tiene exceso de peso y es difícil sacarlo por adelante. Entonces la policía, los bomberos están debatiendo, están conversando a ver cuál es la mejor manera de sacar el paciente de adentro de la casa. Guys that are just logging in, asking what's going on, I'm here at 123 Ash Street. As you guys can see, there is lots of police, Empress, ESU, fire department in front of that house. I believe that there is a person inside that might be having a medical condition or might suffer some medical condition that might be contagious. And the police is working hard to see what is the best way to remove the patient from inside the house. They're talking about, as you guys can see, they are removing things from the hallway. They were talking about, do we take them from the front? Do we take them from the rear? What is the best way to do so? They're talking to make that determination. Those are our first responders at work. They do the best to save. They do the best to take care of those in need. As you guys can see, they are there removing items from the hallway in order to make room to remove the person from inside. Now the sergeant is walking down to his cruiser. They are trying to remove the door, the front door, in order to be able to take the person out. Well, Shana, I am sure that the person is that huge because they were inside looking at the person. And if they're making that determination that things need to be removed, it's because that person is that huge. Why would you be making that assumption without actually knowing what's inside? They do. They were inside. Zoo, I believe the person is alive. When the police... Yeah. So when the police arrives to a scene and they find the deceased person, they call the detective unit or the coroner's office. They will not touch the body. If they're doing all these, it's because the person is alive and the person needs medical help. The noise that you hear is the electric saw. They're trying to cut something in order to be able to bring the person down and get the person out. Well, Zoo, normally when they wear hazmat is because maybe there is a contagious possibility inside, so they want to take all the precautions necessary. Normally that's the reason. When they go into a medical call that is of unsure nature, not knowing if it's contagious or not, the police officers take whatever measurements necessary to protect themselves. You're welcome, Zoo. You're welcome. As you guys can see, they are removing loads of stuff that might be in the hallway, preventing the first responders from taking the person out. Now, the people that you see in white hazmats, those are fire department personnel. The ones in gray are Yonkers Police Department personnel. White and gray. White fire, gray police department. Guys, it's starting to rain, so I don't know how much longer I will be able to stay here broadcasting these live, so I apologize if I have to go offline, but at least you guys have an idea, or better yet, at least you now know what's going on here on Ash. Thank you. 108, thank you. The call came in as 123, but if it's 108, I appreciate the update.
In case you overtalk. No, it's right. It's right.
So you guys can see the Yonkers Police Department, Yonkers Fire Department, Empress EMS, they work in perfect synchrony. They are not, getting in each other's way. They just work in perfect synchrony to make sure that everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Those three groups are very well trained for situations like this.
You want this man to stay on the ground. But you don't want to.
Martina, I did not have the chance to write the caption yet. There is a medical call and there is a person, a sick person inside that house. The person appears to be overweight and cannot go through the door. So the fire department, police department, Empress EMS are making sure that they have an opening large enough to get the person out, to bring the person out of the house. That's what you see now. Well, News 12 might be watching this, so give them 10 minutes and they will be here. Well, Zoo, that's a different story, but I'm sure that they know what to do. Whatever it takes, they will get this person where this person needs to be. Well, Sumaya, I apologize. I had no chance to write the caption, but this is a medical call. Somebody inside that house needs help, needs medical help, but the person might be overweight, and the police and Empress and fire department are not able to take him out in a normal way due to his size or her size. So they had to remove the door, they have to remove lots of things from the hallway. Now they are working towards inside the apartment where the person is, so they can remove the person. I don't know if it's a male or female, but for what I hear here, it's a male. Peter, I am sure that they know what needs to be done. Remember, our police department, our fire department, our Empress EMS are very well trained to deal with the situation. They don't need us to tell them what needs to be done. They know what needs to be done, and they do it well. Peter, this is the first time I saw you, but let me let you know that I have no tolerance for nonsense or disrespectful comments. If you keep making if you make another disrespectful comment, you will be removed and banned immediately from the page. Now it's up to you. Now you tell me what I do next, okay? But this is a human being that needs help. Our first responders are doing the best to get him out. So we don't need comments like yours. Please, cut it out. Stop now that you are ahead. No, John, the person is alive. There is no dead person inside. If there was a deceased person inside, you would not see all this work to remove the person. When the police department, Empress, or whoever finds a deceased person, the body is left where they found it until the coroner's office come in, until the police do whatever they have to do. You don't see this type of a movement to remove a deceased person from inside the apartment. But you should know that, right, John? You should know this. That's correct, Rosanna. And I have zero tolerance for disrespect or people that think that situations like this are a funny situation, try to make a joke out of it. I have no tolerance for that. And as I told the person, I see one more comment of that nature, the person or anyone that decides to make a disrespectful comment, it's removed from the group without any warning whatsoever. Yes, Maritza, we all hope the person is okay. We all hope that the person is taken out of the house soon so they can be transported to the hospital where he can get the help that he needs. Yes, Peter Monique. Measure your words before you say it, because people are reading it. And you appear to be very senseless, that you didn't care. It's a human being. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your friend in there. And you would like that us to respect them the same way we want you to respect.
Is the guy okay? Is the guy okay?
Public street, public sidewalk.
Well, they just want to put the ambulance, so.
Ambulance a little closer over here.
Public sidewalk. That part's supposed to be the sidewalk. For humans.
What's the name? Did they give you any update?
So they're trying to maneuver this ambulance that you guys see here, so the ambulance can be backed up into the house, so when they remove the person, the person can go through, right through the door without being moved all around.
Hey, Luis. Fíjate tu casa, porque está como muerto un building aquí.
No, no está muerto, no está muerto. No.
Un enfermo. Estoy aquí atrás. Murió. Enfermo,
El verbo no murió. ¿No murió?
No. Si está muerto, no hacen tanta cosa para sacarlo. Lo dejan hasta que venga lo de White Plains. Él está vivo.
Oh, tal vez, ya.
Cuando muere una persona, la policía no lo puede tocar. Tiene que venir the coroner, yes.
So they got to take him out.
Yeah, it's very much overweight. They can get him through the doors. As you guys can see, up there, the firemen are trying to set up a system here that will hold him when he comes out.
That's what I was just telling her, go to cocktail party tonight. You know what I mean?
Yes, Sharon, yes. From your mouth to God's ear. That's all that we care. That the person is taken out, the person goes to the hospital, and he gets the help that he needs. Those are the words that we should be saying. Yes, welcome. We all are hoping for that. As you can see, the firemen are trying to remove the handles, from the stairs, from those steps, in order for the person to come out. Hopefully that person will be able to make through the door. Fireman continues to work inside. You guys can barely see because it's a little dark, but after the front door, there is another door to the entrance of the apartment where the person is. They are trying to still make room or opening the entrance so the person can come out. The handle has been removed. So the only difference is this is real, this is raw, this is real. And there is a real life inside that needs help. That makes a huge of a difference. It's real and raw, and Yonkers Voice brings it to you so you can see our first responders, police, fire, Empress EMS, how they work in order to save lives, the sacrifices that they do. This is real, and this is one of the reasons why I do this, so you guys can see what really goes on the streets of Yonkers. Yeah, Natasha, getting an episode from a real event is totally different than get the real event. Another fire truck just arrived at the scene. Well, guys, you all know what's going on. Person inside, police department, Empress, fire department are trying their best to get access to the person in order to remove them, to remove him or her from inside the apartment. Unfortunately, I have to go off. I will update you later when I get more updates. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Well, guys, we are back on. I had to take a short break because I had to move the car, but I'm back. I'm back on site, and as you guys can see, this is still a very much live scene. The person's still inside. They're still working on how they're going to take him out. They built a little ramp there, as you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it from here. They took the metal railing that they had on the side of the steps going up. But now I guess they're working on bringing the gentleman out. As you see, there is a door being taken out. So a door being taken out of the apartment. Now sometimes in situations like this, the fire department uses the windows to bring the person out, but somehow not this time. Maybe there is a reason why not. A la gente que habla español tuvo que cortar hace un ratito porque tuvo que cambiar el carro que estaba bloqueando a alguien, pero ya regresé. La persona todavía está adentro. Los policías, Fire Department, Empress están haciendo todo lo que pueden para sacar a la persona de adentro. Otra puerta ya fue sacada, como pueden ver, y ellos están trabajando allá a la puertita. Yonkers Voice is always on site to report to you and let you know what's going on the streets of Yonkers. Today, right now, we are at Ash Street. I believe it's 108 or 106 Ash. There is a sick person, an obese person inside that house on the first floor. The fire department had to cut the door open, make a little extra room to remove the patient. So now we are just waiting for the patient to be brought outside. So guys, as we see these, we also learn a lesson. Don't have your hallways full of stuff, because in case of an emergency, a fire, health circumstances, fire department needs access, and all those things on your hallway will not help. Let me show you the amount of stuff that the police had to take out. Now there is a little ramp that they're building or they're making in the ambulance to come out, and if you see it back there, that stuff that the fire department had to remove from the hallway, in order to get a clear path so the person can be brought out. As you guys can see, our fire department, our police department, our emergency medical service, Empress EMS, they are very well trained to deal with emergency calls like this. They know exactly what needs to be done, exactly what they have to do. They all work in perfect synchrony with each other in order to save life, in order to prevent loss of life. Again, guys, the people you see in white suits, those are fire department personnel. The ones you see in gray suit are Yonkers police officers. Hopefully, momentarily, they should be taking the patient out and transport him to a local hospital. John, this is a medical call. When the police and fire first got here, they had to take all the precautions necessary because they don't know if this is a contagious situation. So they have to take all the precautions necessary. But it seems to be the case of a person who is extremely overweight and could not be taken out of the building in a normal way, so they had to cut pieces of the door, remove articles that were on the hallway. Now they build a ramp where you see the firemen standing by the door. They build a little ramp that goes to the ambulance, and soon they should be taking the patient out of the house and transport him or her, but I believe it's a male, to the hospital for observation. So in the next few minutes, we hope that he will be taken out. So all we have to do now is just wait. So I will maintain silence now, and you guys can just see what's going on. Okay, guys, let's not fight about that now. What's going on? I'm repeating it as I go on. So let's focus on what's happening, not about who said, who didn't said, I just logged in. I understand that. So guys, I am here at 108 or 106 Ash Street. As you guys can see, there is a Yonkers Fire Department, there is Empress EMS, there is police department here responding to a medical call. The person inside the house appears to be a person who is extremely overweight, and police and Empress and fire cannot remove him from the door as it was. So they had to cut open the door, make space, make a ramp. Now they are working on bringing the person out. And then the person will be transported to a hospital for observation. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue, for helping me out explaining. Because yes, there is people that are just logging in, and since I did not write a caption on this particular post, I will do it afterwards. They are asking what's going on, and I can understand that. So, but you guys always have the option to rewind the video so you can hear the explanation that I have given multiple times. So you guys know this is video 2 of 2. John, you might not be able to rewind these, but there is another video that we just posted maybe 15 minutes ago that explains exactly what's going on here. And again, if you just wait a few seconds, you will hear me explaining again. As I always do, I keep repeating the explanation for those that are just logging in and didn't see it from the beginning. I understand. For those that are just logging in, this is a medical call here at 106 or 108 Ash. Police officers and fire department are using the hazmat clothes because they came in. There is a person that is not well inside, and they're not aware if it's anything contagious or not. So all the precaution is necessary. All the precaution is necessary. So hopefully the person will be removed from the house in no time and transported to a hospital for observation.
That was funny. Stop right there.
It's amazing to see our fire department work, and police department and Empress EMS. They work in perfect synchrony. They are not on each other's way. They all know what to do, and they are all well trained for emergency, for situations like this. So when you see a fireman, a policeman, an Empress EMS personnel, say thank you for the service that you do. I believe they are starting to remove the person. I think it's coming out now.
bless you. Diablo, pero que es comprometido, ¿verdad? Ella cuando la primera vuelta llegó.
So guys, 2 hours. This has been going on since around 5:30. It's now almost 7:30 and the person is still there. They're trying to make space there to get him out. That's right, Linda. 2 hours. And they are working very hard, okay? Let me point that out. They are doing all that they can to expedite this. But it's difficult. I can see it. The electric saw was just brought in maybe to saw some, okay? They changed their mind, not necessary. What's going on, buddy? For what I just heard, the person is stuck there. They're trying to make space, to make room, remove something so the person can be brought out. Yonkers Voice is always on the job. Yonkers Voice works 24/7, 365 days a week. I am always on site to report to you live and raw, or raw and live, everything that happens on the streets of Yonkers. For those that are just logging in and asking what's going on, Yonkers Fire Department, Empress EMS, Yonkers Police Department responded to a medical call here at 106 or 108 Ash Street. There is a person inside that might be overweight, extremely overweight, and cannot get through the door. So they are opening or creating an opening so he can be extracted from the building and transported to the hospital. Now you see the hazmats and asking why the hazmats. Well, when police arrived and fire, they were not sure about what the nature of the medical call. So it could have been a contagious scenario. So they wear the hazmat clothing in order to protect themselves, just in case if it's contagious. At this moment they are working, the patient is right there on the hallway, and they're trying to get space, they're making space so he can be pulled out. Guys, this is a raw and real. What you see is what I see. Okay, sometimes it's a little boring because there is nothing happening. They are standing, I'm here filming. The fireman is here by my side just waiting. So this is real. You see as I see. This is not a movie. This is not an episode of 911. This is a real life scenario. This is our Yonkers Fire Department, Yonkers Police Department, Empress EMS, saving lives. This is real. So Joseph, now you have a job. I just explained to you what's going on. Now, when the next person asks what's going on, it's your job to explain to them. Okay, write it up. So you just copy and paste. When somebody asks you, bang, you know. Guys, remember, this is raw, this is live. I have no control of what images my camera is going to capture. So my videos are not intended for a young audience. This is intended for an adult audience, people that are over 18 years of age. So if raw images are upsetting to you, I recommend you don't watch my videos. I recommend you don't follow us, because my images are what it is. Whatever my camera captures, you see it. Just like if you're walking on the street and something happens. When you walk by, something happens, you have the option to keep looking, or you have the option of turning around and leaving. Same thing here. My images are real, my images are raw. If you don't like it, you have the option of going to the next video, or don't watch it at all, or don't follow us at all. That's an option that you have. No doubt, Lucy. We have a top-notch first responders team. They are the best. Well done. Tell your daughter I said thank you for her service. Guys, 2 hours and 35 minutes working non-stop. 2 hours and 35 minutes working non-stop to remove the patient from the house. Sure, go ahead, brother. The person is right there by the door. You know him? Right there. They are now trying to cut the door. Sorry.
Here's another cloud.
Loca, I am sure they already thought of that. You know, they are well trained for this type of situations. I'm sure that they have a doctor, they have medical staff here. They know what to do. They are trained for these situations. We are not. Paula, a pessoa está lá dentro há 2 horas e 45 minutos. Guys, the fire department's been working on this incident for 2 hours and 45 minutes. They must be exhausted. They must be exhausted. They've been working on this for 2 hours and 50 minutes. right by the door. He's on the floor. That's right, Donna. Everyone here are very well qualified to do whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I would have to on my neck.
No, you're not. You're sit back. Started raining. This with the rope, in case they break or anything, I just need like a little wool man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do your thing, bro. I'm on my way.
You gotta back up. These real quick.
I'm backed up. I'm exactly what he said.
I know, and that's why we're here. Thank you.
Look, whatever you say, I'm still here filming, so.
Big ass. Hold on. It's joking too much. Hold on, what do you mean he's talking to his door? No, really? I know what you mean, but what do you mean? Nah, I'm not gonna try to mad at
Amazing, guys, how the first responders work in synchrony to help somebody.
Everybody here. I'm really somebody told me that on the phone. Like, nah, you gonna go to Ashton.
Good job, applause. Good job for our first responders. Amazing working together. They have the patient in the ambulance. Hopefully, take care, man. Definitely a good job from all of our first responders. Yonkers Police Department, Yonkers Fire Department, Empress EMS. Great job. Now the patient will now be transported to a local hospital for whatever treatment needs to be done. Great job by all of them, every single one of them.
Te veo que tenga buena